Hey everybody, this is Vril. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 and our playthrough as Fascist Argentina. So we did have our first war and took over all of Chile here, and that's very valuable because we captured a bunch of factories, but we also captured like 24 steel resources. So that's very good. Let's have a look here. We no longer need to be trading for steel, so we remove that. We have some free military factories. I think I'm going to build a line of interwar fighters, because we haven't been doing that. We've been building the close air support, so we'll do that. We've got some new factories, so we'll boost this a little bit. We've got a ton of equipment, though, here that we captured because of the Chileans there, so we really shouldn't have much of an issue with that going forward. However, we are probably going to be changing that line here soon, once we're done. Right now we are justifying war against Uruguay, Paraguay, and Bolivia. All those wars, Paraguay and Uruguay, go off in early May 13th, I believe. So that kind of, the schedule that I have for that is probably not the best. Bolivia is in August, so I think we'll be okay with that. We can modify our government. I think I'm going to change to a war economy here. So all of our factory conversions and things like that should work a little bit better. And let's see here, we want to do a little bit of trading. We're going to trade for aluminum and rubber. Trade with the Netherlands, I think. Trade with, I guess we'll keep trading with the US. They're already trading with the Philippines and Colombia, apparently. Okay, well, our military probably needs to be thought about a little bit. I think I'm going to move them over to Uruguay and actually move this one to Paraguay instead. Although maybe, let me think about this a little bit. I would expect this war to go really quickly, so if I put these guys all here, I'm going to have to basically declare with these wars about the same time, even though I don't really want to do that. I think we just had another division built here as well, so we'll add these guys to this one. Actually, we can go ahead and delete... Let's delete both of these just to make sure we know what we're doing here. For the moment, I don't think we have to worry too much about the partisan activity. Resistance map, I don't see anything in the resistance map here, so far so good. If I'm reading that map correctly, anyway. So these guys are trained, they're not green, they're trained. It's not bad. So yes, we denounced some Uruguayan ideals. Okay. As we prepare. Ah yes, we have more military factories, so don't want to be leaving these open. Let's get these guys going on some towed artillery. We'll also be upgrading that towed artillery, and actually we're very close on then being able to research some extra research slots here, so we'll get that going very soon. And I think, what else were we researching? Great War Tank. Radios. I don't think we'll have radios ready for this war, but maybe for the Bolivian one. Okay, so these guys... Let's see, everybody here needs to head to that border. I don't think everybody did, unfortunately. Need to get everybody on here, and now it just created two borders for me. Don't want to do that. Or two front lines, that is. There we go. So these guys just need to start planning, actually, here. Their offensive will just be to go... Is there a river here? Can't tell because of my front line, but yeah, I think there is. I think we'll do something like that. Okay, we're done with that infrastructure, and we'll be able to start bringing the What do we got here? Ah, yes, some more Uruguayan sovereignty that we're questioning. Yes, get these research slots online. Our industrial expansion and recent advances might allow us to conduct more R&D in parallel, so that would be awesome. I wonder if it would be a good idea to actually bring out our navy for this one. Haven't done anything with that. Let's merge everybody up. So we've got submarines, we've got destroyers, cruisers. Let me just check what their... Fire at will. Okay. They have no commander. This guy is a blockade runner. Okay, I didn't even know we had that guy. So that works. Do we have commanders? I don't think commander, there's... Unless I'm not seeing something, and somebody can let me know in the comments, I don't think there's air commanders, which is a little weird. Are we insufficient on steel? Okay, so even though we captured all that steel, maybe it's at some sort of lower rate? No, doesn't look like it. I guess we're using a lot of steel, so we're going to need to trade for a little bit of steel here. It's probably not the end of the world, though. We're converting these factories, we're building some infrastructure as well. Let me look at our production one more time. So the only steel that is a problem is on this yeah, it's a destroyer that we're building, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. I will have... Nah, I don't think I'll have these guys do much. I think the thought is for me to get this war done quick, then quickly declare war on Paraguay here. Because I do think if I don't declare war, we have that justification. If I don't do it within a certain amount of time, and I don't know how long that is, that I'll be known as weak in the international community for not backing my actions that I'm doing here. So that would lose some political power and something else. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe some national unity. So unfortunately, we won't quite be ready. These guys are just going to be defending. If we might have to declare war early and just defend on that line before we bring... Alright, so Uruguay, Paraguay, all these are finished. So how's our planning going on here? Seems pretty good. So let's go ahead and declare the war on Uruguay here. Always deselect that. So we have done that. We will unleash our plan. So the plan should be capturing this the capital city there. And these guys, I'll wait on declaring war on them, but I will need to do it at some point, otherwise, like I said, we'll be weak. Yes, it expires on July 12th, so that's actually plenty of time. Hopefully these Uruguay, they seem to have a decent-sized military, so we'll see if we have any issues with that. Yeah, okay, I need to progress time, but good to know that we have till July 12th, so keep that in mind. Did we ever move... Not sure if we had to move our aircraft over there. We're probably good anyway. I think that the aircraft would work anywhere around here. That's actually the naval vessels, so yeah, it would work in here. So yeah, our main bulk of our army, probably the one with the cavalry. More free military factories. So I guess some of these are coming online that we've captured over there in Chile. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And I'll try to keep an eye on, have a look at our casualties and things like that. I know you guys wanna see that. Look at they've lost 3,000 already, and we've lost 121. So this is pretty decisive so far. Losing a little bit here though. How's our plan going? We might have to halt our offensive here. Our organization still pretty good fighting strength. This is our experience here, so these guys are getting pretty hardened, I would say. Kind of our elite force here. It's a little bit hard to tell who's our leader here when both of the factions are using the same exact portraits. $8K, we've lost 594, so our manpower is pretty good considering. Santiago Lopez from Uruguay here. We just want you to be part of our nation here. We don't really dislike you or anything like that. Of course, we want to use your manpower and everything like that. So you can see here that Chile had a non-core population there, and that was 4.44 million, and we just have 0.15% as recruitable there, eligible. Yeah, we're just about to probably take these guys out, capture Montevideo, I guess. I don't know how to pronounce. I again apologize for all my pronunciations here. Why are these guys... Okay, there is just one province there? Okay. I'll just put at least one there, though. Spread out a little bit for defense. Here we go. So we should be probably getting our peace conference going in a moment. There it is. So, I said in the last episode I didn't understand this screen quite as much, but I think it is a whole lot clearer now. You can see our score is 83. To conquer would cost 58. And that's what we would have. Take all states. So we'll conquer them in turn, and they will obviously accept it. Alright, so we got even more equipment this time. And let's see, we've got some more military factories, things like that. What resources do we get from doing this anyway? Got some more steel, got some oil. We'll just keep these guys going on... Yeah, I was going to say, we can remove some of these factories, right, if we get too many of them. Let's see, okay, that was the max that we want, so we will have some civilian ones coming on. We got free dockyards as well. Can add on to, actually got 3 dockyards. There might have been one from Chile coming online as well. Alright, so by July 12th, we need to get this army on over there. So let's cancel everything these guys were doing. Let's actually think about this a little bit here, so... I'm gonna delete that line, I'm gonna draw a line here, I think. Am I drawing this correctly? No. Cannot draw a front line here. Why can't I draw a front line there? There we go. So I'm gonna have these guys go there, and these guys... right here. Do we need to actually... Yeah, we actually need to redraw this here. Start from here and go like this. And the victory points should be right here. Let's see any other victory points around. So our army that we just used will create an offensive line. We don't want to be crossing any rivers, so we'll just go like directly this way. And that's all we really need to capture. These guys are just going to be defending here just to make sure that the Paraguay guys don't cross and get us. See that Brazil is massing some troops on the border there as well. Can go ahead and bring our fleet back. Probably don't need it. Obviously, Paraguay is completely landlocked, so is Bolivia. And our date was July 12th, so we need to declare this war by... Okay, we have a bunch of insufficient resources that we need to trade for. Interesting, so... That line is using a lot of... So the priority is here. Yeah, we certainly need to trade for some more steel here. Huh, I thought we'd be okay with steel, but apparently not. It's okay, though. We're getting a ton of factories. Look at all that civilian factories we have. So yeah, we'll just wait on this plan. Want it to build up as much as it can. It is almost to the max, except for this guy. He's just rebuilding some organization, rebuilding some plans. How are our units here? We've got plenty of manpower, it's just taking time, plenty of equipment as well. Just taking time to train these guys, so let's... Yeah, we've got a lot. We've got a ton of equipment. Yeah, okay. Might need to move our manpower over to some more conscription there soon. And we finished our radio, so we will have radios for the Paraguay War here. Alright, so next research. Did talk about doing this one. It is half a year ahead of time, but actually we have tons of factories as it is already. Production efficiency could be improved. Let's actually spend probably on our units here. Let's... These are all 180 days. We're working on that Great War tank already. Let's go ahead and research the interwar artillery here. Should improve our soft attack. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Awesome, and we've got another research slot. Very useful. Let's set this national focus to get the next one, though, too. I don't know if we can get this. Yes, we need 50 factories, which we're really close to getting that, so we can obviously move someplace else. We get more population recruitable with that, 2%. But I think let's go over to get this bonus for equipment. Actually, before I do that, let's start researching. No, we already did that. Okay. I'm just thinking to get that bonus, we want that bonus for when we're getting 1939 infantry, so let's... Infantry, weapons, and support artillery. Okay, so we'll start that. And actually, I think over here, we need to look into motorized. Unit unlocked, motorized infantry. Yeah, we're going to need some rubber if we're doing any of that, though. But we can certainly trade for it. We've got a bunch of industry now, so that's good. So continuing on. I think these guys, yeah, these guys are taking some attrition just because they were the ones that are... They're exercising on the border here, so... We will declare this war very shortly, say July 10th. I'm just letting things settle for a moment here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. We're certainly about to justify our war goal. So, taking out these communists here. And the world tension is up to 40%, so it's getting high. At 50%, democratic nations should be able to begin to declare wars as well, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. So we'll activate our plan here. I think the only guy slightly low on that. So these guys are all moving into the capital there. sure why they wouldn't have anybody defending there. And Brazil looks like it has quite a bit of forces. They've got some cavalry. This should give us a little bit better position for attacking and heading towards Sao Paulo, though. What was the date on them? Or not, it wasn't on Brazil anyways, Bolivia. It was August 7th, so we've actually got a month before we need to... That will be justified, and then another 2 months after that. Free civilian factories, let's... What should we do here? We've got plenty of military factories at this point. We can boost our infrastructure a little bit on some of these. Let's improve it there in the Chaco province there. Alright, so we're engaging. Got some aircraft overhead as well. Not seeing really where their army is, unless it's actually here and I'm not seeing it. Okay, we won that battle. They've lost 2k already. We've lost 31 guys. Did we already win? Okay. I was not expecting that. I guess that was the province that has their capital. Okay. So we will take that and all of that. Alright, so we got a bunch more equipment once again, so much for their military. And like I said, we have 2k of their dead and we only lost 31 guys, so pretty good deal. But it does look like we're out of time for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, our conquest in Uruguay, Paraguay, and we'll be heading into Bolivia here in the next episode in August. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.